Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to just put a little bit of concealer on and just kind of brighten my face up a little bit. I'm just working from home today and I'm going to be doing a little cook with me video. So if you're interested in that, I'm sure it's in the title of this video, but if you're interested in cooking with me, help me get ready and then we'll get at it. Okay, so I'm just going to be putting on a little bit of concealer and I'm just going to curl my eyelashes because I don't plan on doing anything too important today, so I'm not going to put on a full face of makeup. So I just put some concealer under this eye. I haven't under this eye yet. You can see the darkness, but I'm pretty sure my under eye filler is completely dissolved now because my darkness is pretty severe again, and I hope to have a more permanent solution to that shortly. And I am just dabbing this on with my finger just so it melts into my skin really well. And oh, I'm not really going anywhere today, but I am going to the gym later and I don't like to look like I'm dead, so that's why I just put on a little bit. Just putting a little bit on my nose because my nose does get a little red. Okay, that's all the concealer I'm putting on today. It looks pretty decent. I'm just curling my eyelashes a little bit. But other than that, that's all I'm doing today with my makeup. Okay, so I offered to cook Tyler lunch today since I was working from home, so let's go do that. I will also be marinating some chicken thighs that I'm gonna air fry tonight, so I'll show you guys what I use for that. By the way, I highly recommend this Our Place pan. It's been great. Super non-stick, non-toxic. I will link it down below in the description box. Here. And I'm going to be cooking some white rice. And I am just going to be cooking 1 cup of rice. So I just did 1 cup of water in the bowl portion. I'm going to be using this sushi rice. This is my favorite. Even though I'm not using it for sushi, it's just really good sticky white rice. And I usually wash my rice I usually wash my rice before I cook it, but I'm being lazy today. And I don't exactly have too much time before he gets back. Measuring it, there's half cup. And then I'll do another half cup. Okay, there's another half cup. And I'm going to put a little bit of salt in here. And start it up. There we go. So for lunch, Tyler has been eating or trying to eat a little bit healthier. So I'm going to cook up some seasoned ground beef with some onions and peppers in it. And he'll have that with the white rice. So it's lots of protein with a little carbs, perfect lunch. Okay, so I am just going to be cutting up a couple mini sweet peppers and some onion to throw in with this. I get the super lean. This one's 93.7. I just usually pick up whatever I can find. So I'm gonna cook that up. And I like to just cut up my peppers on a paper towel just because the seeds go everywhere, so. And then I can just throw all of the stuff away, all the seeds and the tops away when I'm finished. I'm sorry if there's some shadows. Our kitchen is not the best filming area. It's pretty dark over here. And just make sure and cut all of the seeds and white part out of the middle. I'm going to pour a little bit of this extra virgin olive oil in my pan for the onions and peppers to cook first before I put the ground beef in. I'm back. My battery on my camera died, but I just got finished cutting up the mini sweet peppers. I'm gonna throw them in the pan of olive oil. I'm gonna cut up part of the onion and saute it. Whoa, that onion is strong. Okay, so I think that's enough. Actually, let's do a tad more onion. Okay, so this should do it. And then I'm going to put a few seasonings on it real quick just to show you guys how I do it. Okay, so I am going to put a little bit of this garlic salt on here. Some onion powder, and I'm sorry guys, I have to hurry because both of my batteries are dead and I completely didn't even think to charge them before I filmed this video. So that's all I'm going to put on the veggies, and I'm going to turn them on and saute them up a little bit, and then I'm going to add in the ground beef. And you want enough spices on here to where it seems like it's like coated in sugar or something. Like, you want that because the meat is going to need that as well. This is literally one of the fastest and healthiest and easiest lunches you can make. Okay, just when my veggies look like they're starting to wilt a little bit, I add in the ground beef, and I'm gonna be using this steak and burger seasoning and just putting that on top of the meat before I break it up. And I use a lot of seasoning. In my opinion, you can never have too much. No measurements here. And I add a little bit of ground cayenne pepper because who doesn't love a little spice? And then I'm just gonna break it up. And I always try to get grass-fed organic beef if at all possible. And pasture-raised is always a plus. Turn the heat up a little bit to about 7.5. I cook the veggies on 6.5 before I put the beef in. And I don't add any extra olive oil or anything after I add the meat because the meat does have a tiny bit of fat in it, so that helps it to not stick or anything. And then you don't have to drain it if you don't use any extra oil or fat. Okay friends, here is the finished product for the ground beef and the peppers and onions. And then the rice just has 1 minute left. So I'm just going to be leaving it like this because Tyler will come in and make his bowl and just heat it back up. Okay friends, so I am actually going to be marinating these organic chicken thighs. I have no idea what air chilled means, but I got these from Sprouts. And let's marinate those. Here's the marinade I'm gonna be using. It's this no soy teriyaki organic sauce and marinade from Primal Kitchen. I'm a big fan of Primal. I think that sauces really get you, and we as Americans don't really pay a lot of attention to that. We eat sauce with everything. I mean, think about the ketchups we eat, and barbecue sauce, and sauces from places like Chick-fil-A and places like that. They're all not so good for you. So I'm going to be putting my chicken thighs in this bowl and marinating them for dinner tonight. I'm actually seeing a recipe similar to this on TikTok, teriyaki chicken thigh air fryer recipe. So we'll see how these turn out, but they looked super good on TikTok. And I'm pretty sure I also got this sauce from Sprouts as well. About half the bottle. It's good. And then I'm going to cover that with some press and seal. Dang it. And then I will just put this in the fridge and let it marinate until dinner tonight. And I will throw it in the air fryer. Okay, I will check back in with you guys when I go to cook dinner. I'm sure by now You all know how I make my matchas, but I want one right now, so I thought I would just show you how to make my regular matcha when it's not Christmas and when it's not 24 days of matcha. And I will be using a higher grade of matcha this time. The shadows are so horrible over here. Let me see if I can do it. Since I'm using a ceremonial grade, you actually only have to use half a teaspoon. I highly recommend this brand. I'm not exactly sure how you say it. I got this in Sprouts as well. And I just put enough filtered water in the bottom just to get the matcha powder blended up. And I know technically the way you're supposed to do it is only use wooden things in your matcha, but I don't have a wooden frother yet, so I'm going to stick with this metal one for now. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little ice in it. My matcha's iced, and you already know to be using Simply Almond unsweetened milk. It has way less toxic ingredients in it than like silk, and which is funny because I'm using this silk almond creamer, but as I always say, switch out what you can and make do with what you can't. And I guess I could switch out my creamer, but haven't made it there yet because all the other creamers I've tried aren't sweet enough for me. And I guess I could use a monk fruit sweetener in here instead of using that almond creamer that's silk. So I'm probably gonna try that eventually when I run out of this, I guess. But okay, let's get a glass straw and see how this tastes. Oh, I always rinse my straws out because I'm not a person that likes them in the dishwasher and I feel like all the soap doesn't come out. So we just give it a rinse. Okay. So good. And look how green it is. That's the way you want your matcha. Greener the better. Okay, I am not known for eating the most balanced lunches. So I'm just gonna I usually just eat what I feel like. I'm going to have some cantaloupe and my matcha. Funny combo, but so good. I just cut this up like a couple nights ago. Super yummy. And I am just going to put a little bit of Himalayan salt on mine because, you know, I grew up in the South and this is the way we eat our fruit. Please let me know if you do this down in the comment section. I also do it to my watermelon. I do it to my strawberries and my kiwi. Not all my fruit, but most of it. Okay guys, so here is what we had for dinner. I actually forgot to show you guys because we were super hungry tonight, and these were the no soy teriyaki thighs. And then we also had white rice with it and some grilled mini sweet peppers and onions. And I also put a little fresh garlic in there. But yeah, it was super good, and I highly recommend making these chicken thighs in the air fryer.